I tried lavender essential oil once. It smelled nice, but I didn't feel any pain relief or find it easier to sleep. If you've had a similar thought, then this video is for you. Many people over 60 have bought a bottle of essential oil, hoping it would help them relax, sleep better, or ease muscle soreness after light exercise. But after a few uses, sometimes just a few drops on a pillow or a light rub on their legs, they saw no clear change. So, the essential oil bottle got put away, joining other things they've tried and didn't work out. But have you ever wondered, is the problem with the essential oil, or with how you're using it? The truth is, lavender essential oil isn't a painkiller, it's not a sleeping pill, and it's certainly not magic. But science has shown, if used correctly at the right time, it can help soothe muscle pain after light activity, reduce leg cramps during sleep, and especially, support a natural deep sleep where the body recovers and muscles are silently regenerated night after night. This video won't just rehash what everyone says about lavender. Instead, it will go straight to 3 crucial questions. Does it really help? Where do its effects come from? And how can you use it correctly to see clear results? If you've ever been skeptical about essential oils, or disappointed because you didn't see any difference after a few tries, then this is the time for us to re-examine. Perhaps the effect is still there, you just haven't unlocked it correctly. So, to answer the question, what can lavender essential oil really help with? We'll go through each specific benefit. These are things many people have thought about, tried, then dismissed. But if you look closely, it's possible. The issue isn't with the essential oil, but with not understanding how it truly works. And the first benefit, and the one that causes many people to give up the soonest, is their thought. It doesn't help with muscle pain at all. Of the 3 most promoted uses for lavender essential oil, muscle pain relief is the one that causes the most skepticism and is the easiest to give up on. Many people buy it, hoping that if they've been a bit too active today, a quick rub will make them feel much lighter the next morning. But the next morning, their legs still ache, shoulders are still tense, and lower back is as sore as ever. Disappointment sets in quickly, and the essential oil bottle gets pushed aside with the familiar conclusion, it didn't do anything. But let's pause for a moment and ask ourselves, how did you use it? Did you apply it right after activity? Did you dilute it in the correct ratio? Did you massage the sore area for at least 5 to 10 minutes? Did you do it consistently 2 to 3 times over a few days, or just try it once and stop? In reality, most people who give up after 1 or 2 uses do so because they used it incorrectly or expected the wrong thing. Lavender essential oil isn't a quick pain reliever. It doesn't numb, nor does it immediately remove sensation. Its mechanism of action is slower, more subtle, and if you don't know what you're looking for, it's easy to mistakenly conclude that it has no effect. Imagine you have a dull ache in your calf after a long walk, not excruciating, but enough to make your steps feel heavy the next day. When you apply lavender essential oil, you won't feel the chilling sensation of a topical rub. You won't feel the tingling of a pain relief gel. So the first reaction in your head will be, it smells nice, but no real difference. When your body is active, especially after a slightly long walk, weekend gardening, or consistent gentle exercise, your muscle fibers undergo a certain amount of stress. For younger people, the body typically recovers faster because of a strong circulatory system and efficient recovery hormones. But for those over 60, this recovery process slows down. That's why, after the same activity, older adults often feel muscle soreness for longer, sometimes even extending into the next day. This isn't a bad sign. It's a very real response from your body trying to adapt to aging. The problem is, if this situation happens repeatedly, you'll become reluctant to exercise. But if you intervene at the right time, with gentle support like lavender essential oil, you can help your body get through the recovery phase much more smoothly. Lavender essential oil, in essence, doesn't numb muscles. It doesn't create a burning sensation like a heating patch. Instead, it influences how the body interprets pain signals. This essential oil contains a very special active compound called linalool, which research has shown can modulate the activity of sensory nerves. These nerves are like reporting lines from the muscles to the brain. If overstimulated, they send pain signals, causing the body to react by contracting or making you feel prolonged, dull aches. Linalool doesn't completely cut off that line. It's more like reducing the volume. It helps the signal transmit more gently. The brain receives it more calmly, and from there, the sensation of pain is no longer as pronounced. This is a very intelligent mechanism. It doesn't cause dependence, doesn't suppress sensation, but still helps you feel genuinely more comfortable. Not only that, but lavender essential oil also helps gently dilate local blood vessels. This makes blood flow more easily to the painful muscle area. When more blood arrives, the process of bringing nutrients to repair damaged tissue also happens faster, and when blood circulation is good, the amount of lactic acid, which causes that tired feeling after exercise, is also cleared away more quickly. As a result, your body no longer feels congested in the heavily used muscle area, and you'll feel lighter. If you previously thought, "I rubbed it but felt nothing," then in reality, the change might have occurred, but it was too subtle to notice immediately. Or perhaps the method of application, the timing, or the dosage wasn't enough for your body to respond clearly. That's why in the next section, we will go into detail how to use it correctly so that lavender essential oil isn't just fragrant, but genuinely helps your body recover. So, if lavender essential oil really works, how do you use it correctly to make those effects clear? First is the timing of use. Many people make the mistake of only remembering to apply essential oil the next morning. However, the golden window for supporting muscle recovery is right after physical activity, when your muscles are still warm and blood circulation is strong. This is when all external support, from stretching, massage, to plant extracts, are more readily absorbed by the body. Immediately after light exercise, a walk, or prolonged manual work, around 30 minutes or more, you should take a light rest, then apply the essential oil. It doesn't have to be complicated. All you need is a quiet space, 10 to 15 minutes of privacy, and a small mixture of 2 to 3 drops of pure lavender essential oil diluted with 1 teaspoon of carrier oil. Any carrier oil will do, as long as it's safe and readily available, like virgin olive oil, almond oil, or cold-pressed coconut oil. Blend the mixture evenly in your palm, then gently apply it to the muscle area that feels sore or tense. Typically, the muscle areas that need support after activity are the calves, back of the thighs, lower back, or shoulder blades. Use your fingertips to massage gently in circular motions or along the direction of the muscle. No need to press too hard. No need for long strokes. Just steadily and continuously for about 5 to 10 minutes. Throughout the process, you'll feel a gentle aroma spreading. That's a sign that the active compounds are slowly diffusing through the skin, reaching the sensory nerve endings beneath. This massage should be repeated 1 to 2 times daily for 2 to 3 days after activity, especially if you feel that muscle area tends to be sore or has been previously injured. Don't just do it once and stop, because the pain relief from lavender doesn't come immediately. It accumulates through each gentle application. If you have time, you can also combine this with a warm foot soak or a light warm compress on the muscle area before applying the essential oil. This isn't mandatory, but it will help increase relaxation and support local blood circulation, allowing the active compounds in the essential oil to be absorbed better. A small point that can make a big difference. Choose a quiet time to apply the essential oil. Avoid doing it while the TV is on loudly or when your mind is distracted by household chores. Your body needs to be signaled that this is a time for rest and recovery, not just from the aroma, but also from the surrounding space and a sense of relaxation. If you turn applying essential oil into a gentle habit after every workout, the benefits won't just stop at immediate comfort, but will accumulate into a solid foundation for recovery over time. And if you still have a little doubt, you can try a simple test. Choose a muscle area that usually feels slightly sore after exercise, like the back of your calf or hip area. Apply essential oil correctly for 3 consecutive days, right after each workout. Don't change any other habits. After 3 days, observe, are you still slow to stand up the next morning? Do your steps still feel heavy? If that feeling has lessened, it's not an illusion. It means your body is being helped at the right time, in the right way. Don't expect the essential oil to make everything disappear. Just understand that, with each application, you're creating conditions for your muscles to breathe, recover, and feel a little lighter. And for people over 60, sometimes, a little bit, every day, is exactly what keeps us moving long-term without fearing the days to come. After discussing muscle soreness after activity, there's another issue that frequently occurs at night, but is easily overlooked. That's sudden muscle cramps, also known as Charlie horses. Some people experience calf spasms, waking them up in the middle of the night. Others don't have severe pain, but their legs constantly feel restless, wanting to move, uneasy. This is a sign of restless leg syndrome, RLS. Both issues, while not immediately dangerous if prolonged, directly affect the quality of sleep, mood, and muscle recovery in older adults. Many people have tried lavender essential oil, hoping it could help reduce these cramps or make their legs less restless. But after a few rubs, a few nights of dabbing it on a pillowcase, the situation remained the same. Then they put the essential oil aside, feeling a bit disappointed. It probably doesn't help much. Actually, such a reaction is completely understandable because the feeling of cramping or restless legs is very uncomfortable, and if cramps still occur during the night after using essential oil, people will easily conclude that it doesn't help at all. But the issue here lies in this point. Cramps and RLS are two special conditions. They don't just originate from the muscles, but are directly related to the peripheral nervous system and blood circulation in the lower limbs. Therefore, for lavender essential oil to be effective, you can't just rub a little and hope it helps. It needs to be used in the right area at the right time and maintained as part of an evening relaxation routine. If you've ever thought, I applied it, but my legs still twitched in the middle of the night, perhaps you only helped the muscle part, but you haven't yet affected the stressed nervous system under the skin, which is the main culprit causing twitching or the urge to move. That's what we'll explore next. How can lavender essential oil not just be applied externally, but also reach the source of internal discomfort? To understand why lavender essential oil can help reduce cramps or restless leg syndrome, we need to visualize a bit how the body sends signals back and forth between the legs and the brain. Every time a muscle cramps suddenly during rest or when lying down and the legs constantly want to move, it's because the peripheral nervous system is overreacting, like a short circuit in an electrical wire, keeping the muscles restless even when the body wants to rest. Lavender essential oil has two main compounds, linalool and linalyl acetate. These two components don't paralyze nerves, nor do they force the body to sleep. Instead, they help rebalance the stimulation and relaxation of the nervous system. Linalool has been shown to be able to calm overly sensitive nerve signals, especially those sensory nerves in the lower limbs. It doesn't completely cut off sensation. It's more like reducing the vibration of the nervous system, thereby making the body less prone to overreacting to minor stimuli. In cases of cramps or restless legs, the nerve endings under the skin often send false signals, making the brain think the muscle needs to contract or constantly twitch. Linalool enters that skin area, penetrates through thin tissue layers, and influences how nerves transmit signals. When the signals are calmed, the muscles no longer contract suddenly. The feeling of leg twitching, leg tightness, or difficulty lying still gradually disappears, not because it's blocked, but because it's regulated. Not only that, but lavender essential oil also helps gently dilate small blood vessels in the legs, supporting increased blood flow to the lower limbs, especially the calves and feet, areas that often experience temporary blood deficiency during sleep. When blood circulates better, muscle tissue receives enough oxygen and nutrients, muscles are not overwhelmed, and the likelihood of cramping significantly decreases. This is why many people who use it correctly for a few days often see clear results, no longer waking up in the middle of the night from a sudden cramp, or no longer feeling the constant urge to move legs, as before. A notable study was conducted on a group of older adults with restless leg syndrome undergoing kidney dialysis, a group highly prone to cramps and restless legs. Those who massaged their leg area with lavender essential oil 3 times a week for 4 consecutive weeks reported an average reduction of 44% in their discomfort levels compared to before. This is a significant number, and the important thing is, this result didn't come from medication, but just from a few gentle massage movements and a few drops of natural essential oil. Of course, everyone's body is different. Some will feel clear results after a few days. Some will need 1 to 2 weeks of consistent use. But the key point here is, if used correctly, at the right time, in the right place, lavender essential oil not only helps reduce leg discomfort, but also leads to more uninterrupted sleep. And when you sleep deeply, the body can truly begin the process of muscle recovery. For lavender essential oil to be effective against nighttime cramps or restless legs, the key isn't the amount used, but the method of application. Instead of just a quick rub for a few seconds before bed, you need to dedicate 10 minutes each evening to massage your legs. This is the golden time for the nervous system to calm down and prepare for deeper sleep. The process is very simple. Dilute 2 to 3 drops of pure lavender essential oil with 1 teaspoon of carrier oil. You can use olive oil, almond oil, or coconut oil, depending on what you have at home and what is gentle. After washing and drying your feet, use this mixture to gently rub your calves, ankles, and the tops of your feet for about 10 minutes. Move in an upward direction from your heel towards your knee, incorporating small circular motions, just enough to stimulate the blood vessels under the skin and reach the peripheral nerves that are sending false alarms. The ideal time is about 30 to 45 minutes before bedtime. If you have a habit of soaking your feet in warm water beforehand, continue to do so, as this helps soften muscle tissue and dilate blood vessels, thereby increasing the absorption of the essential oil. After massaging, you should lie down and rest immediately, avoiding turning on the TV or using your phone. Allow the remaining aroma on your skin and in the air to be received by your body as a signal for relaxation, rather than being overwhelmed by other stimuli. Besides massage, if you don't like oil on your skin or have a skin condition on your feet, you can still use a simpler method. Place 1 to 2 drops of lavender essential oil onto a thin cloth, then position it near your ankle or on the sole of your foot for about 10 minutes while lying down. No need for direct skin contact. The aroma from the essential oil will still interact with the sensory nerve areas around the ankle, where many nerve branches related to leg sensation are located. This is a gentle but potentially very effective method for those sensitive to nighttime cramps or RLS. You should apply this method at least 3 times a week, ideally maintaining it consistently for 2 to 3 weeks to feel the difference. Some people have tried and given up because they didn't see changes immediately within the first 2 nights. But if you've been enduring this discomfort for many months, then investing a few weeks to allow your body to readjust is well worth it. Not for the essential oil, but for your own rest and recovery. Additionally, you can play soothing music while doing this, to turn it into a relaxing habit instead of a chore to be completed. If you've ever been startled awake by a sharp cramp, or lay awake because your legs just wouldn't stay still, then consider trying this essential oil massage as a relaxing routine, with no pressure, no overly high expectations, but with enough patience for your body to adapt. Sometimes what we need isn't a strong measure, but a gentle signal to remind the body that it's time to rest, and you are safe. And when those nighttime cramps or restless leg sensations have subsided, that's when your body is ready to enter a more crucial phase, deep sleep. Some people think that just reducing cramps is enough for good sleep. But the truth is, deep sleep is what truly determines muscle recovery, especially in older adults. However, many people, despite using lavender essential oil every night, still don't see significant improvement in their sleep. The smell is pleasant, but they still toss and turn and can't settle. So where does the problem lie? Is it due to their constitution, or is it due to using it incorrectly? This is probably what confuses many people the most. Some even report they put a few drops on their pillow or diffuse it before bed. The smell is very pleasant, but they still toss and turn, don't sleep deeply, or wake up many times during the night. And from that, they conclude, lavender essential oil only makes the room smell nice. It doesn't help with sleep at all. In reality, this perception isn't wrong. But it's not the whole picture either. Lavender essential oil is not like a sleeping pill. It doesn't make you sleepy immediately, nor does it knock out your brain like a switch. Its true effectiveness comes from helping the body naturally activate the deep sleep mechanism by calming excessive nervous activity before bedtime. So why do many people use it and still not sleep well? Because most people only go as far as smelling the scent. They haven't truly put their body in the right conditions for the essential oil to work. You might be diffusing lavender essential oil when the lights are still on, the TV is still loud, or you're still scrolling on your phone right up to bedtime. In that situation, your body hasn't received the command to switch to a resting state. At that point, no matter how pleasant the scent is, it can't fully exert its effects. Another important point is the timing of use. If you put essential oil on a cloth when you've already laid down, the lights are off, but your mind is still racing with the day's events, then the essential oil will only make your bedding smell nice. It doesn't have enough time and conditions for your body to truly relax. The scent is just a medium. The effect only happens if the surrounding environment and your internal biological rhythm both agree that now is the time to rest. In the next section, we will explore how the body truly reacts to lavender and why, if used correctly, it can help activate deep sleep, improving the quality of nighttime recovery that you thought you had lost with age. When it comes to sleep, many people often think simply, just close your eyes, lie still, and you're asleep. But sleep actually has many layers, And the most important layer for the body's recovery process is deep sleep. In this stage, breathing slows, heart rate stabilizes, and especially, the body begins to secrete growth hormone, GH, one of the key factors that helps regenerate muscle tissue worn down during the day. The problem is, after age 60, the body's ability to enter deep sleep significantly declines. Many people sleep enough hours but still wake up feeling tired, sluggish, as if their body hasn't been recharged. Part of the reason stems from the nervous system still operating at a high state of alert, causing sleep to be cut short or not deep enough for recovery hormones to be fully secreted. This is precisely where lavender essential oil can play its supportive role. In studies, it has been observed that when inhaling lavender about 30 minutes before sleep, the active compound linalool begins to affect the central nervous system. It doesn't cause sudden drowsiness like sleeping pills, but it helps reduce the activity of the sympathetic nervous system, which is the system responsible for alertness, reactions, and stress. When the sympathetic nervous system is dialed down, the body begins to transition into a true state of rest. Breathing becomes more regular, blood pressure gentler, and the brain gradually relaxes. In this state, the brain will more easily enter the deep sleep cycle, where growth hormone is secreted stably, thereby activating the muscle recovery process. An analysis of 12 clinical studies recorded, when using lavender essential oil regularly for 1 to 4 weeks, the Pittsburgh Sleep Quality Index (PSQI) score improved by 1.8 to 3.2 points, enough to create a clear difference for people with chronic insomnia, especially older adults. And it's important to emphasize, deep sleep doesn't just improve mood. It's where the entire process of muscle recovery, hormonal balance, and immune system regeneration takes place silently, but incredibly importantly. Therefore, even if lavender essential oil doesn't directly make muscles grow, if it helps the body sleep deeper each night, then that alone will create the conditions for muscles to be retained, instead of continuing to diminish as in many people over 60. In other words, good sleep isn't just a pleasant feeling. For older adults, it's a vital condition for the body to maintain strength, flexibility, and even mental clarity. And lavender, if used correctly, can be a gentle bridge to guide you to that deep sleep state every night, regularly, naturally, and without dependence. If you clearly see that deep sleep is the missing piece in your muscle recovery process, then the next important question is, how do you use lavender essential oil to truly help your body achieve that? You don't need a lot. You don't need to be complicated. Just the right time, the right way, and a little consistency each day. Here are 3 simple ways you can apply right at home, starting tonight. To truly support deep sleep with lavender essential oil, you don't need too much, just the right method, at the right time, and with the right mindset. There are 3 simple ways older adults can apply at home, depending on their conditions and personal preferences. Each method doesn't take much time, doesn't require expensive equipment, and can be started tonight. The most common method is diffusing essential oil in the bedroom. You just need to add 4 to 6 drops of lavender essential oil to a diffuser and turn it on for about 20 to 30 minutes before bedtime. There's no need to leave the diffuser running all night. Just letting the scent permeate the air as your body enters a relaxed state is enough. If you don't have a diffuser, you can use a bowl of warm water, add a few drops to it, and place it next to your bed. The aroma will gently spread throughout the space. Another simpler method is to put 1 to 2 drops of essential oil onto a thin cloth, then place it next to your pillow or at the head of your bed. Essential oil should not come into direct contact with your face or mouth, just close enough for you to naturally perceive the scent with your breath. This method is suitable for people who don't like a strong scent or who prefer a small, effective diffusion point. If you enjoy a light, relaxing sensation on your skin, you can dilute 1 drop of essential oil with a little carrier oil, then gently apply it to your neck, the back of your neck, or your palms before going to sleep. These areas have superficial blood vessels and are close to nerves. A light application not only helps the scent diffuse near your respiratory system, but also creates a warm, pleasant sensation, like a reminder to your body that it's time to rest. Whichever method you choose, the important thing is to maintain it consistently every night for at least 7 to 10 days. Don't expect to see a difference after just 1 night. Deep sleep is a reflex that needs to be retrained, and your body needs to be constantly and gently reminded through habit. If you've had months of insomnia, difficulty falling asleep, or waking up in the middle of the night, then giving your body some time to reset its biological rhythm is perfectly reasonable. And if you're thinking, I've tried it before, I've diffused it, but I didn't feel anything, Then please try again, but this time, turn off the lights earlier, don't hold your phone close to bedtime, and give the scent a small, quiet space to do its work. You might be surprised. After just a few days, your body begins to recognize that, every night when that scent appears, it's time to gently let go, relax, and enter a truly deep sleep. While lavender essential oil is a very gentle and easy method to use at home to ensure it's truly safe and effective, there are a few points you should keep in mind. First, do not apply undiluted essential oil directly to the skin. Even if your skin isn't sensitive, long-term undiluted use can cause mild irritation, dry skin, or a burning sensation, especially in areas like the neck, inner arms, or soles of the feet. If you're new to using it, you should first test a small amount of the diluted essential oil mixture on the inside of your wrist. If, after 24 hours, there's no itching, redness, or burning, it's safe to use on other muscle areas. This is a simple way to detect sensitive skin or potential allergies. One more thing, essential oil should not be taken orally, unless explicitly directed by a healthcare professional. Many people hear about lavender extract capsules like Silexin, but these are controlled pharmaceutical forms with very strict dosage, completely different from pure essential oils purchased for topical use or inhalation. If you have certain specific health conditions, you should also consider carefully. For example, for people with chronic low blood pressure, you should start with a lower dose of lavender essential oil, as it can cause mild vasodilation, making you feel a little dizzy when tired. For people with asthma or respiratory allergies, you should try inhaling the essential oil in a well-ventilated space at a low dose, and stop immediately if you feel a scratchy throat, discomfort, or chest tightness. For people currently taking sedatives, sleeping pills, or other neuroactive medications, you should consult your doctor if you intend to use essential oil regularly every night, to ensure there are no unexpected interactions between the effects on the central nervous system. Additionally, you should avoid getting essential oil in your eyes, nose, mouth, or on any broken, inflamed, or abraded skin areas. If you have skin lesions on your legs, neck, or the back of your neck, areas commonly used for essential oil application, wait until they have fully healed before continuing use. And finally, essential oil should be stored carefully. Keep the lid tightly closed after use. Store in a cool, dry place, away from direct sunlight. Keep essential oil out of reach of children. Even though it's a natural product, if not used correctly or used without understanding, essential oil can still cause discomfort, have counterproductive effects, or lead you to misjudge its true effectiveness. Remember, lavender essential oil is not a drug, it's a supportive tool. Used correctly, it will become a very useful part of your gentle healthcare journey after age 60. But if used incorrectly, it's like wearing the wrong prescription glasses. You can still see, but after a while, you'll feel tired, frustrated, and then give up. We've explored the 3 biggest benefits of lavender essential oil, not through rumors, but from real and scientific evidence. But the most important thing to remember is, lavender essential oil doesn't replace nutrition, it doesn't replace exercise, and it certainly doesn't replace your own proactive role in daily health care. Instead, it's a gentle, timely companion, helping you maintain the things you know are important, but sometimes find hard to do. When your body aches after activity, just a few drops of lavender used correctly can soothe that feeling, helping you no longer dread the next workout, no longer hesitate to take long walks, or to stand up and sit down many times a day. When your legs cramp in the middle of the night, or that restless feeling keeps you tossing and turning, massaging your legs with essential oil each evening can become a simple way to calm your nervous system, reawakening comfort in tired legs. And when you achieve deep sleep, thanks to diffusing lavender at the right time and in sync with your biological rhythm, your body will recover better, growth hormone will be secreted more consistently, and the process of preserving muscle will not be interrupted by fatigue. Have you experienced any of these situations? Muscle pain after exercise making you reluctant to move? Cramps and restless legs making it hard to sleep in the middle of the night? Or lying down but still unable to enter deep sleep? If so, please share a few lines below. Each story is a way for us to learn and empathize. And if you're looking for more natural, gentle, yet effective solutions for ages 60 and above, don't hesitate to click subscribe. We'll still be here once a week to help you take care of your body kindly and consistently. Sometimes what our body needs isn't a strong medicine, but just a gentle scent, slowly spreading in the air, like a soft hand placed on our shoulder, whispering, "Today, you've done enough." If tonight, you place a drop of lavender essential oil next to your pillow, Let it be your goodnight wish. No need for many words. Your body will understand. I wish you a truly peaceful night. And if you wake up tomorrow feeling a little lighter, that might be the first sign that recovery doesn't always require effort. Sometimes all you need is to relax at the right time.